Beautiful people, it's me, Pamela, on my YouTube. Cho, no, what's the T? Siyahlazia. Guys, there's a lot going on in Julius Mkwana's life and how he was just not fine at Madlang. I'm just like, this guy, guys. How did he get here? But I guess this thing, guys, how it works is that, like how you see Brigadier again, it's those people who think, I will never be found out. I'm bigger than the law. I'm a brigadier, It's the same as Julius. Julius was even working with people that report to him. It's just like, you're going to have to do this. You report to me. I'm big as it is now. So who's going to find us out? Like, guys, these things, they will catch up with you. Look, Manje, it's not funny anymore. What is going on there at EMPD? Eguruleni, As it is now, he's facing a lot of charges, this guy. And he has been arrested 4 different occasions. The main charge here, after he was arrested, this guy 4 times, as Julius, guys, I've never seen anything like this. The main charge is the one where he unalived this Mpenze guy. Umuntu wayibhizi nje nama-cables akhe nezinto zakhe, like, but they decided ukuthi let's just unalive the guy. And then Witness D, Marius van der Merwe is one of the people that were asked in this pact that they made ukuthi make futhi wakhuluma uyahamba Chakhambisa, we're gonna have to unalive you, and then Marias are the ones that took this guy bamfaka in a Nigel dam. Guys, like, who even does that? eMadlanga, it came out. That's why these are actually the highlights of what happened at Madlanga. It came out to they made a pact to these people. You can't say anything to the world about what we are trying to do here. Makuluma, you understand? So literally, Julius is a walking assassin. I don't know how he's gonna come out of this one. Arrested 4 times, guys. In 4 months. So and his entourage now, things are just not ending well because he has actually groups. He's a mafia, this guy, literally. Kona Anjonja nabo, stones, precious stones, Kona. Hey, it's a lot. Omunye who thinks is special. To this day, that guy doesn't understand Madlanga. And he's been at Madlanga. And Bamtuta, they dragged him to field while he was sitting there at Madlanga with his 10 legal team lawyers. Like Usuliman Karim. And Madlanga, they were just like, oh, Sasgaslashem. You're gonna usunde mapepena mans. You don't know us. We will show you who we are. Says Iwati. We are Boshwa. Madlanga. Abadlali now. I don't know when is this guy gonna learn. No, they've sent him some subpoena again, and they've actually laid some criminal charges. Imagine, guys, like, I'm just like, Madlanga does not beat around the bush. That is why there's been a call as well, Yoguti, no Brigadier Akininde must be there as soon as possible. Julius Mkwanazi was like running some rogue mafia, I don't know what. Like, hi, guys. Oh, Julius Mkwanazi, scared out there. But you know what was crazy though about this whole thing? He was scared in Madlanga. He had a toilet paper on top of his forehead. That's just like, you can't even feel that. You can't believe yourself right now. It's like, what is going on? We are in Mangaza every time. I don't know. Hey, why not a girlfriend inside of that whole rogue situation that was happening there? So she's just jealous. I'm like, what are you even saying? Out of the 13th people that made a pact today at Carnival City, maybe Tata Zimbaka, Emmanuel Mpenze, by Oponza at the Nigel, them 4 of those people have gone. So I want to see that pact, they meant it. These people are dark, literally. Julius and his entourage. Julius Mkhwanazi and his entourage are going to rot in jail. I can see it happening.
Veronica, as we talk about the bail application for Julius Mkhwanazi, 5 other co-accused, it's all in connection with the murder of Brakpan businessman Emmanuel Mbense.
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. I have no idea where to start because there was so much developments that has Mkhwanazi and 4 co-accused. Some of them may have been familiar. Kershaw Stores, Adrian McKenzie, these were members of the EMPD, which he's also accused in the Precious Stones matter. But yesterday, a 6th suspect coming into the dock. This is the partner of Vriande Pretorius. You would have remembered his name during the Madlanga Commission, part of the testimony that Witness D gave, that this was an individual that was in the room the night Mbense died, but also that tragedy that took place at a Brakpan petrol station where he actually took his own life. And so the wife, this is Jan Marie Eckstein, coming in as the 6th suspect in this particular matter. Another thing that happened, Michelle, part of the bail application, was the state wasting no time in relation to the charges that they face. It's a Schedule 6 for murder, robbery, as well as defeating the ends of justice. There was an issue with Mkhwanazi's lawyers who believed that because he was called to the scene a little bit later, as we know from the alleged testimony, the state is of the view that, well, they all face charges under common purpose. They knew what was taking place, they knew what had happened, and essentially worked together to dispose of Mbense's body. But what was shocking was the state's opening arguments in opposing bail, where they detailed the assault, how it took place. But most chilling was that an alleged pact was made between the accused that anyone who spoke out about what happened essentially would be silenced for life. Just have a listen to the state giving those details.
During assault on the deceased, others took for themselves items from the deceased premises. After the disposal of the body, the group held a meeting at Carnival City where they swore to secrecy about the events that had just happened. There was a punishment agreed upon for anyone who would betray the group. That punishment was death.
Okay, why kill this Brakpan businessman?
And that's the big question. But the sense that we've been getting from exactly the Madlanga Commission was how the EMPD was running allegedly as a rogue unit. We understand that Mbense was a suspect in a robbery, a copper theft. There was a tip-off that this is where this particular stolen goods were found, at his property. 13 members descended on his property, beat him wanting this particular copper. But ultimately, what we know from Witness D's testimony is that instead of retrieving the copper, they took other items, including cash worth 500,000 rand. During that torture, it's when he essentially died. It seems as though in a panic, it's when a particular individual, Yako Hanukwe, then called EMPD Deputy Chief Julius Mkhwanazi to the scene to essentially dispose of the body and make it as though it didn't happen. And we understand that this was 13 members of the South African Police Service, members of EMPD, as well as private security that were there. And crucial to that soundbite that we just played about this particular pact that they made is that we know that 4 of those that were there have since died, Michelle.
Incredible stuff.